the views and opinions expressed here are those of the individual speaking and may not be representative of Konig American. At times, language may be considered vulgar. Listener discretion is suggested.
You are now listening to the Konig Behind the Wheel podcast.
Yeah, because I was
I mean, the video. I don't know, and I said this in the live stream that we do, 2 p.m. earlier on Instagram and Facebook. I don't know if it's me or if it's just because it's New York. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we don't really get too many home field players around here.
Yeah, and honestly, shout out to all the Gunners out there. I see you guys on the chat going hard. I'm telling you, man, the Gunners come through. When they come through deep, and they definitely got love for Aki, so I'm glad that we have him on. I'm excited because I'm a New Yorker. I'm a proud New Yorker, so having someone from New York here is definitely dope,
All right, so without further ado, every one of these people that are watching, everybody that's watching right now knows who this person is. I don't have to do a big intro. Let's get him in here. Bring him in right now. Aki.
Oh.
Yo.
Alex is working on it. He's showing all his secrets first.
I'm here.
We can hear him. Oh, there he is.
Oh, you guys can see me?
We're
Yes,
good.
sir.
We're good.
Awesome.
What's happening?
So, I'm good, man. First and foremost, thank you for having me on. I appreciate you guys sharing. I appreciate you guys sharing your platform with me, and appreciate you guys showing my family, my Gunners, a lot of love. And I'm just happy to be here.
We have so much to talk about. So I'm going to do my best. I want to start out like this. I'm not going to rehash as much as is out there on you. I don't need to tell the people who are watching right now who you are, what you do, your life story. We've seen that. It's been covered on other podcasts. You have your story out there. You have the videos that have given you
AK-47 shout out.
Right.
Civic EG.
You have all those videos out there. So I don't want to go there. But what's interesting for the people that are going to listen to this from our platform that may not be exposed to you is that, first off, New Jersey, New York native.
Yeah.
And found it's kind of interesting because earlier on, drag racing was my thing, right? Like, that was how I grew up. There was no drifting then here, it was all drag racing. So being out at Francis Lewis and, for us on the island, it was a little different, Southern State Parkways and different things like that. But, that's kind of where you got your footing in drag racing, right?
Yeah. Long Island, Queens area is where I really started to get my name because we used to street race on Nassau, right next to the airport. Yep. Yeah, so I got a lot of crazy situations that happened to me on that little quarter-mile strip. But yeah, New York is where everything started. I'm originally from Yonkers, New York. Everyone knows that. So it's just New York. It's all about New York.
So you have, first off, I wanna say a few things. The first thing is I'm extremely thankful that you shared your platform with us, because I will say that pound for pound, I think you have one of the most loyal bases of people that I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, you want to get into that? You want to get right into that? Because I I just need to know the rules on here. Like, can I curse? Like
Yeah, yeah.
I got different personalities, my brother. So I could have that business oriented personality. I
No,
can
no, no, no.
go.
Listen, I, here's what I would say. Just because of the nature of what it is, let's try to be careful with any racial things that may be taken by people that don't know you. But aside from
Yeah,
that, no, no. Listen. We do these things. This isn't a. I mean, listen. It's our podcast, but it's super important for us to be able to expose our relationships because we're a transparent company. We're a bunch of car people, and
hmm
it's important that people like you come on here and just tell your story. So, yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter if we lose the occasional curse word. We're gonna be all right.
all right. Yeah,
Let's just
cool.
do it.
I already know where. I already know how to go about this. Yeah. So first and foremost, I really ain't nothing without my followers. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I love them. I appreciate them. I take care of them. I help every single one of them. I've got 70 plus thousand followers, and I have a core of a solid almost 9,300 gunners. We're at 9,300 followers that are really hardcore, and I get those analytics basically from my website. So if you're buying a T-shirt, if you're buying a plate frame, I consider you a gunner. If you're hashtagging the hashtag, I consider you a gunner. So 9,300 people, give or take, and all of them are solid, great, beautiful, loyal people. They take care of each other. It's almost like a cult following. You can't say one bad thing about a gunner because then there's 9,300 people that is willing to go to war. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And basically, that took a while. It took a lot of trials and tribulations to get that kind of loyalty. Of course, we've gotten snaked into the movement. We've gotten people that tried to bamboozle other followers, other gunners, and we filtered through that. In life, there's always a snake in the grass. It's just how careful are you moving around in the garden? You know what I
Yep.
mean? How careful are you as far as where you put your footing? And it's second to none. Like I don't really like. I love Adam LZ. I love all these big YouTubers, man, but they don't have this kind of following. And I'm like a thumbtack compared to Adam LZ. I'm a huge fan of his. What I'm saying is the loyalty in fan base, and I hate to call them fans.
I know.
The loyalty in demographic is way different. I can have 5,000 gunners come right now and help me sweep the floor, or I can go to there. I can live in 5,000 gunners different homes. Like they'll let me live and take their room. So that's what we built within the past 4 or 5 years.
I think what resonates the most about getting to converse with you, in the first time we had some ability to actually speak in person, right?
Oh,
We we were introduced by Super Street guys, and I've known those guys for 15, 16 years.
love you,
And
Matt. I
yeah,
love
they're
you, Matt.
good
I love
dudes.
you, man. Matt
And
changed my life, man. Thank you.
and that's the best part. See, they don't owe you anything. So
hmm
when a guy like Matt hits me up and says, and a guy like Willie hits me up and they say, "Hey, Scott, listen, I think we should do something here because Aki's in your neighborhood. He's in, like, you guys come from the same type of area, and I think that this is your speed. And he knows how much it's important to us for us to have loyalty. I mean, we're so blessed and so thankful, and that appreciation that you send out is so similar to what we feel as well. Because really, without the people supporting us, we don't get to do what we love to do, you
Mm,
know?
hmm
And I feel that from you. And the fact that you love to give back as much as you do, it really is absolutely, um, it's beautiful.
Yeah, no bullshit.
Yep.
No BS. Before there was a stimulus plan, me and the Gunners did one during COVID.
Is that right?
Swear to God. So I told them, hey, everybody, do you trust me? I made a post. I said, do you trust me? They said, yeah. I made a post an hour later. I said, send me $1, $2 max. Everybody just started sending money. They didn't understand it. Third post was, whatever you guys sent, I'm going to match. And we're going to send money to people that just lost their jobs. So we raised $4,000 within, I think, an hour. We took $400 and we gave it to 10 separate families. So we did that before the government even tried to help people.
Yeah.
We did that. Yeah. And I think that's what Matt and Will over at Super Street see, that I'm not just a dude that uses his followers to just gain capital, gain money. I'm not that kind of guy. I prefer helping change a life than changing mine. And I've done that with my cars that I've given away. I've done that with connecting these people to know each other. Now they're all family. You know, some, I'll give you an instance. This is how much I know my followers. This is how much I love them. Teddy lives next to JP. JP lives in Warwick, New York. They had no idea they lived 10 minutes away. Now they barbecue on the weekend with their children.
Yeah.
That's fire. That's fire. That gives me chills. You know, I get chills because I'm just thinking this little small 500 square foot garage connected people to become just a social media name into family. You know what I mean? So
Well,
it's a blessing.
and I wanted to say this, Aki, and this is from me watching your videos and whatnot. And one of the funny things that he said before we got on the call, he's like, I'm not just letting you know, I'm not the big like tech savvy dude. Now the
Yeah.
reason why I mentioned that is because the reason why I think your followers mesh well with you, even myself, you know what I mean, like I started watching your videos and I mesh well with you, is because you're very genuine when it comes to your videos.
Thank you
You
so
just,
much.
yeah, you could
Thank
just
you.
tell you're just talking, you know, you're just being yourself. You're letting people inside your life, you know what I mean? And that to me honestly is the reason why, you know, you have this type of following. But what I wanted to ask is actually uh where did that saying come from? The Gunners saying.
Oh, keep gunning?
Yeah.
Oh, it was by mistake. It was by mistake. I'll tell you something crazy, and this sounds like complete BS. I said that by mistake on my return video from coming back from retirement. So
Right.
we don't need to get back into the old stuff. But maybe I'll give this podcast some flavor with some new information.
Aki, you could take it wherever it goes.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wasn't. I just don't want
Nah,
to.
I just want you to get a different type of
Yeah.
interview. You know, I just don't want it to be and shout out to Frank Downstar, Downtime
Yeah.
with Downstar. Huge shout out to Frank. I love you, man. Thank you so much. You've helped me so much, man. Like
He's a good dude.
yeah, you know,
Yeah.
he's hard to figure out. He's
You think
hard to
so?
figure. Yeah, so he's hard to figure out uh for the general public. But
Okay.
once you have that dialogue with him, the guy is genuine.
Yeah.
He wants to sell bolts. He wants to make some merch on the side, and he loves his family. You just gotta figure that out. You know what I mean? Because it might come off as, man, this guy's making, buku bucks on bolts, and he's never, helping people like as far as sponsorships. People don't know the backstory. He's been burnt on sponsorships. So
Yeah.
he learned to leave that sector of business away. So he doesn't so I say that to say this. Um my first video back, I said it by mistake, and people kept commenting it in the Thai Boogie video. I said, man, just keep going out there, keep working, keep gunning. And it's the greatest thing, it's the greatest two words that I've ever put together, keep gunning. Because now I own I own I own a lot now because of that. Um, as far as lucrative business moves, it's changed my life, but it's also probably the most beneficial motivation tool you'll ever get in life, because it's telling you what to do. It's telling you to keep gunning, keep working,
Yeah.
keep emphasizing on work ethic. You have work ethic, you're going to be successful. You don't have work ethic, collect your food stamps, bro. Collect your food stamps, man.
It's crazy
That's for real.
because, and I want to, before we get too far along, what's interesting about Frank is that people sometimes get the wrong idea when they see other people with a podcast. They think that there's some sort of, and there are people out there that do a podcast for a very ego-driven mentality, right? They do it for vanity. But Frank legitimately does it for the lifestyle and to be able to tell a story while paying homage to people who have kind of paved the way for him to enjoy the fruits of his labor. You know?
So
And-
we have a podcast, and it's on like a pause right now because I'm not feeling it. I have probably, and this is no shade to anyone. I love everybody. I wish I had a pink flower to give everyone on everything I love.
Yeah.
I have probably the most successful podcast / show when it comes to the automotive side, because there's merchandise built behind it, and it's very lucrative from one of my partners. We've got some of the greatest views, and I'm not feeling it. So I stopped doing it for a couple of weeks. It's going on a couple of months. But your guys' podcast is growing on me too. So, but ours is a little bit more, it's violent. Like, it's really what you always wanted to say. Like,
We
always,
watch it.
you
We
know?
know the
Yo,
Guncast. We know Vicky.
We're in there, man.
Yeah,
Like,
we know them all.
yeah. Now, I'm saying this for your audience, because your
Yeah.
audience is listening.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to clout chase to take anyone's audience, because
Yeah.
the show's not on right now.
Yeah.
Because I'd like to revamp it, because I know it could do better. It could be 100, 200,000 view episode type of thing. And I know it. I can market it. I can brand it. I can give it the awareness that it needs. But I also say that to say this too. I think Frank Downstar is by far one of the best interviewers I've seen. The way he conducts the interview, like, I love it. Like, he doesn't let you navigate way too past, like, the point of subject. Like, he won't let you rant. Like, see how I'm ranting right now? He'd be like, "Yo, BB, so what about when you were in Yonkers growing up?" And then now the rant is over.
Yeah, he's got like hundreds of podcasts. You know what I mean? He's been doing it for a long time. So I think when you do anything for that consistently as he has, you develop a really good skill set. Either that or you suck and you have 12 followers that only have ever been 12 followers. You know what I mean? Like, you can't make talent. But I mean, that's the beautiful part of this. I don't ever want to be in front of a camera. The fact that we get to do this, it's everybody else's talent we're trying to showcase, not us. You know what I mean? It's
No,
just
but
like,
I think you guys got a great thing going, man. You got to pat yourself on the back too, man. Listen, guys, if you're not going to scream out your success, then who is?
it's very Muhammad Ali-like,
Hey, right?
right? Like,
But
he
isn't
was the
it
best
right?
because he said he was.
True.
Exactly. And
True.
that is so dope that you say that, because there's no one else that was going to say that about him.
Yeah.
Or at least not enough important people, because the guys in the barbershop might have said Muhammad Ali was the best.
Right.
In life, that's not enough. So if you guys are not, I don't know. I just see that no one's ever going to scream your accolades as good as you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the one thing that I love about the podcast thing, like when we started this, and we've been doing this for 2 years now, right? And the one thing I loved about this podcast was, like I've been in this industry. I've been here for over 15 years. Before that, I had a little small shop. Before that, I was doing what everybody did, building a lot of cars, going to the street races, bartering. I made myself through college by doing a lot of side work and selling parts and buying cars and taking them apart, and you know what I mean? Like
That's awesome.
honestly, I hate to say that my house looked a little bit like a junkyard, but it really did. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I had my own stockpile. I was a DSM guy, and I had a ton of extra engines and parts, and and it was easy back then. It was a good way to make some bucks on the side.
Mhm.
But what I love about this platform is that I get to take all those relationships that I've made over the course of 15, 16, 17, 18 years, and I get to share them with people that probably don't know anything about these people, even though some of these people legitimately paved the way for the industry that they know now.
Mhm. Don't forget your boy, man. You grew up under a legend. Don't forget
Oh,
Vinny.
Vinny?
Yeah, I love that guy,
Oh,
man.
Vinny 10.
Yeah, he's
He
like,
is.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
great.
he's a legend, man. He's
Yeah.
a legend. I've never had. I've never. So we used this dyno in 2017,
Yeah.
and when I finally got my car running, um, and he just had the most beautiful like hospitality, and I'm
Yeah.
like, holy shit,
Wait,
like
the EG was on Vinny 10's dyno?
Well, I don't know
yeah,
what car, but
That's
yeah.
crazy. Such a small world. Whoa, that's
yeah,
crazy.
my Civic, the AK-47. I finished it in 9 months in this garage from scratch, and we went to the dyno, and Felix Medina was tuning the car at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and he said, "Hey, I'm in Long Island. Can you bring the car here?" I said, "Hell yeah!" So we met at Vinny Ten's place, and I
Yeah.
had no idea that that was his place. So when we get there, he's like, "Hey, I'm Vinny." I'm like, "Hey, I read about you, you know, like I read about you." And he was like, "Yeah, man, anything you need." And that was it. Then
Yeah.
he just kept coming by. "You guys need anything? You hungry? You thirsty? You need tools? Yeah, I got them right there." And I'm like, if I had this guy around me at 15 years old, who knows? Who knows where I would have been in life?
Yeah.
Probably would have been in Formula One. Like, who knows? Like, who really knows? But
It's been such a gift for me that I've been able to, uh, Vinny's like my uncle. You know what I mean? And
mm,
he's been able to give me so many great stories that I've drawn so many great lessons from.
mm,
Things that I would not have been exposed to because he's older than me. Things that I would never have thought of. He's given me some cheat cliff notes that I've been able to quicken the pace towards success in a lot of different areas. And I think when you have good friends, when you have people that have real skill, when you give respect to those who give you that quickened path, you really find that these relationships are what everything is based off of. And that's exactly what your channel and your base did for you, which is why the moment that I saw your content, look, we're a company. Before we can work with anybody, we got to vet them, right? That's not a secret.
yeah, absolutely.
And, it's great that the Super Street guys were like, yo, check out Key. Make sure you check his content out.
It's funny too, Aki, because Scott we were sitting. Well, I was in the other, because his office is right next to mine, and he's like, "Yo, Lou, you have to check this podcast. I think you're gonna like it because he just has that New York flavor that you'll probably dig. Check it out." So he gave me the gun cast. And it was you, Vicky, and Trappy. And it was like a beginning part where Trappy's just like just shows up in the middle of the screen. And I'm talking about when we laughed, it was so funny, but in a good, you know what I mean? Because you guys are enjoyable to watch, man. And
Listen,
you guys got that like New York humor on point. Man.
the episode that I first picked up just to check out the podcast,
Yeah.
was
Mhm.
the one where he was complaining that he figured out where the sciatica came from sitting on his wallet.
That's right. Vicky was like, "Yo,
and then
it's sciatica." Yeah.
and then you realize that this is like it's like hanging out with my boys.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
I got 2 kids now. I really don't get to do as much as I want. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I got to do it for an hour plus. You know
Wow.
what I mean? Once a week. And I think I love that. And then what's interesting is your podcast would spur some pretty intense discussions here
Yeah.
because you guys would go into like the different matchups between different rappers, and all of a sudden
Mhm.
it
We're
got
over here
ugly
arguing,
here for
yeah.
a moment. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh man. You know, it's crazy. We get messages from people that's like, "Yo, bro, my wife is hooked to the show." She's
Right.
like, "Yo, like, are we like?" My wife will text me, "It's Monday. I'll meet you at the house. What do you want for dinner? We gotta watch Guncast."
Right.
And it's like, "Oh, my kids watch it," and I'm like, "Yo, chill. We say some real crazy stuff on
Right.
there, man."
Right.
And they're like, "Nah, man." Yeah. They're like, "Aki, don't worry about it, bro. They're gonna hear it one day." I'm like, "All right, that's
Yeah.
your kid, man. Your kid, not my problem."
Well, my wife and I have totally different opinions on this whole thing, right? My wife
Mhm.
is very much like, don't curse in front of the kids. And I'm like,
Mhm.
nah, F it. Like, you got to do it in front of them so that they know exactly what not to say.
Well, especially
Mhm.
nowadays with social media, I mean, they're gonna be exposed to it. Might as well do it in front of you, you know. In some
Yeah,
capacity.
yeah. Because then maybe you can filter some of the stuff.
Exactly.
You know, when they see, when they say the bad ones, like we know the F word now,
Yeah.
it's in everyone's vocabulary, from doctors, presidents, all the way to regular society, right?
Yeah.
But then there's certain words that you don't say.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
and then
Yeah.
and in New York, we all know not to say SMD. So
Oh, yeah.
we so you tell your son, or you tell your son or your daughter, like, "Hey, listen, this in our culture, in our land, this is a word that you say when you're ready to go to war. Like,
Right.
you are ready to choke. You are ready to choke out your coworker. You tell her this.
You dropped that one for sure.
But make sure that if it's just you don't want to say that word, just walking down the street to
Yeah.
someone that bumps you, because you gotta go 100%.
Yeah.
You know?
That's so good.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
He's not lying.
I'm telling
Yeah.
you, the tips that you'll pick up watching this podcast, unbelievable.
It's crazy. Yeah.
I think that what's interesting is, and for everybody that has watched the F Eraser video, right? Everybody that's watched that and been exposed to you through that, I think one of the things that I find so interesting is the part where you talk about sponsorships. You know what I mean? The video that you did to follow up on that. I'm sorry. That's and you say about how, like, hey, these companies wouldn't be getting with me if they didn't see something different than everybody else. I think it's completely accurate, and it was a point that even though I felt like you put heavy emphasis on, it didn't get enough attention. It didn't get its proper due. And I want to explain what that means from the company side, because I think that's an interesting angle. From the company side, we have, I mean, on an average, how many hundred proposals do we get a week? 250? Less?
I mean, and the thing is, and I'm sure you know how it works, Aki. Like, some people, they'll message us. They're just like, "Hey, you guys are offering sponsorships? I need wheels." And it's a consistent, almost every day we get a message like that. And I mean, you already could tell from that message alone, you're already going about it wrong.
Yeah, you're not
You know,
ready.
you know what's so amazing? I addressed this 2 years ago. And I pounded it into my followers' heads. Manners are gonna get you so far in life.
Yeah.
And people don't have manners. So you know what happens on my look? I have 70,000 plus followers. I probably have 6,000 plus blocked. Ask them. Ask my
Yeah, yeah,
followers.
yeah.
Are they in the comments? Are they in the comments?
Yeah, you got people here, man. They're here.
My gunners. All right,
Gunners
so
are
then,
here.
all right, so then tell me. I'm gonna say this, and then they're gonna show you an emoji. Hey, Gunners, what's the big 19? Just watch this.
Well, it's a little bit of a delay, so we'll get them in a second.
Yeah, all right.
Oh.
So
Oh,
the
there-
big,
there.
you'll see it. You'll see it. The
Big
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 19.
Someone wrote big
Yeah.
19, lol.
Yeah, big 19. So you're just gonna see the same emoji just pop up and down. Now that emoji.
Oh, the little
basically-
wrench, the wrench
yeah,
emoji.
the big 19. Yeah, that means you've been blocked. Because we used to block people on my lives. I used to shine up a 19mm wrench. I'd spray wax it. I'd get a brand new microfiber, and then I would take like a different batting style, like a different batting stance. Like I'll do Chuck Knobloch, I'll do Ken Griffey, I'll do Jeff Bagwell, and we'll kick the person out of the live.
Our whole
basically, with
comment
this-
feed right now is a bunch of wrenches now.
It's lit. It's lit in there because they know. Because this is the problem. People lack manners. So the same way you guys get proposals, I get this.
Yeah.
Yo, what cams you got in your car? It's 6:30 in the morning. Like I'm literally, I'm getting ready for life. You know, forget about I'm getting ready for life. Yo, what cams you got? Yo, you got any coupon codes? Yo, what clutch did you use? Yo, what do you torque your head to? So it's the same thing with proposals. You guys are opening up these emails. I'm like, all right, who's gonna wow me today?
Yeah.
Get them a set of rims.
Exactly.
Like, who's gonna be the guy that's gonna catch my eye? And I'm gonna say, hey, I love this email. I'm gonna give this guy 50% off, or I'm gonna give this guy the full boat because it's such a beautiful written email.
Yeah.
And you don't see that. And then at the same time, on the business end, are you a good ROI? Everybody talks the hot shit, right? Oh, I'm gonna sell mad wheels for you guys. I'm gonna bring you mad followers. All right, show me something. None of my sponsorships in the past 2 years are under $25,000 a year. Cash. I need my money. I know my worth. I know how much money I can bring you. I made a company last year almost $6 million in a pandemic. And I got the analytics to prove it and use it into a proposal to email to other companies. But I'd rather stay small. I'd rather support about 5, 6 solid companies, and we both can make money. So I make money, they make a lot of money, and guess who else saves? My people.
Yeah.
My gunners. So return on investment, if you're listening,
it's big.
I apologize.
No, you are good.
Return on investment, anyone that's listening, if you cannot sell 10 of what you're asking for, don't send a proposal.
Yeah. I mean, it's a legit stance. I also think that, and I think you'll agree with this, we've never talked about this, but I think that people should understand that build a relationship, don't look for a sponsorship. And I'll elaborate what I mean about this. From a company standpoint, some of the best sponsorships that we've been able to do, some of the longest lasting sponsorships, started from people buying the product and giving us things that they thought were of value to us. I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about they sent pictures of their car. They tagged us on other things. They became part of our community. And when they did that and something legitimately came up that they felt was of value in the automotive space, they said, hey, I can do this. Would you be interested? And maybe it started out as a partial, but 4 or 5 years down the road, maybe they got a full. Maybe they turned their thing into a race program. This happens all the time. These are the things that breed momentum. And when you breed momentum, you'll be surprised how much the relationships push forward. And a good example of this is like we would have never probably linked up with you. Well, we might have seen you. We would have seen
Mhm.
you, but
Mhm.
we would have never linked up with you if we
Mhm.
didn't already have a really good relationship with Super Street. Like
Absolutely.
it's how it goes.
Yeah.
Like some part down the road, we're going to be working with you, and another company that we know really well is going to hit me up or somebody, and they're going to say, "Hey, so what's the deal with this guy? Like, how do you?" And I'm like, "No, he's the truth. We've had years of great success hanging out with him and his fan base, and that's going to lead to something different and better for you."
Yeah, absolutely.
That's how it goes.
I don't even think anyone should use the word sponsorship no more.
Agreed.
What about the word partnership?
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I
Well,
mean? Like let's build a partnership. Let's start trusting each other. Like, hey, I'm gonna leave this plate of food here. Can I trust you to not eat all of it? Like you can have some of it. Just don't eat all of it. Save me some.
yeah.
So let's build that relationship to the point where, all right, now it's food. I left you my
Yeah.
car keys next to the food. I left the money next to the car keys. And guess what? When I get back, hey, everything's still there.
Yeah.
So people need to realize that you need to build a relationship with some of these companies. And you do that exactly with what you said. Purchase the product first, support it first, emphasize that you support them, and then maybe your recognition will come via the company.
Yeah.
And this is a good segue actually because I was just watching one of your videos, Aki, and on the RXK, you had one of your buddies working on the car, and he had emphasized that he had paid this certain amount of money for this car, and he basically what you said in the video is like the reason why I paid this money is because I want to support my friend. You know, it was his friend that he took it to. So I think the reason why I bring that up is because just like we were just talking about right now, community's full circle. You know, we help
Mhm.
each other out. You help one out, you scratch my back, I scratch your back, and that's how we
Yes.
do, you know, sponsorships, partnerships. You know, there's a lot of people we've been working with for years, and the reason why we do is because, you know, longevity, you know,
Yeah,
making sure that you
yeah.
put the work in. You know, if we do it together, you know, we're going to last together, you know?
Absolutely. Big shout out to my boy Spoon, man, out in Connecticut. He's my fabricator. I trust him with every car that I bring him to because I'm super meticulous. I'm super anal about how to build a car because these cars are being given away to to a person that can never afford to build this type of car. And I'm not saying that to belittle
Of
anyone.
course.
It's just this gets very expensive.
Mm.
The RXK has at least over 60 grand into it. So is it feasible to build? Absolutely. But can you do it on the fly? No. No. Unless you have, FU money and I don't know why you would build a Mazda RX-8 if you have FU money. So um the main thing that I focus on though when I'm building these giveaway cars is safety. Because now I know all of us here, all of us gentlemen here have seen everywhere, every social media platform, every video, every guy above 10,000 followers is doing a raffle slash giveaway.
Yeah.
And they don't care about what happens after they get their money. Some of these guys, I get messages from people that have won these cars from others, and the ball joint's loose. The kid could have died. The suspension's all beat up. The kid could, crash. The steering column's loose. The car blew up the first day having it. Issues with the title. No one is really caring about what happens to these cars that they're raffling off 90 times a year afterwards. You can kill someone, bro. You can kill someone for $20,000, $30,000 that you're doing a raffle. You're gonna kill someone's gonna die in a car that they won off you. It's complete BS. Complete BS. The cars we build here out of this garage is unbelievable. Anyone is more than welcome to come here. It's exactly 480 square feet. Only two cars fit in here. There's a toolbox, there's two tables, there's running water, and there's a small fridge. And we build the baddest cars you've ever seen in your life. And these cars are going to the track, winning races. These cars are going to car shows, winning first place. These cars are going to street races and washing everything next to them. These are the cars that we emphasize and we build on. I don't know how I got into that, but um yeah, it's just scary. It's just
Yeah.
You're speaking my language. Like,
Well,
yeah.
all the people here know I am like one of those overly retentive, meticulous people
Oh,
with
man.
cars, right? Like, first off, I have to do everything myself. Now, I'm not talking about cages. Like, when I was racing, and by the way, I don't want people to think I was this big racer. I was not that fast. I'm not saying it for that. But when I was racing, you pay people to do your cage. You know what I mean? For me,
Yes.
actually, I mean, you'll know those guys. Back then, Tom from like Energy Tech.
NRG Tech, yeah.
Yep.
Brilliant mind right there.
Yeah,
Brilliant mind.
Tom is super. He's a really gifted fabricator, right?
He's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's great. So he did my cage back then. Not that stuff, but even now, like I'm super obsessed with TIG welding and doing so many things myself. It's just
I'm gonna tell you, Aki, and just to interrupt him a little bit. When I'm talking about meticulous, this man, everything has to be correct, and I'm sure you have that quality in yourself as well. As I
Love
can
it.
tell with some of
I
your
love
builds.
it.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
very like, I need it this
I
way, I
love
need it
it.
that way, and if
I
it's
love
not
it.
that way, he will take hours to make it his way.
Because-
You know what? Because he cares.
yeah.
He cares.
Listen, you get the opportunity to do it how you want. So why screw with it? Why make it crappy? You know what I mean? Like,
100%.
you have the opportunity, if you build things and if you make things, to do it exactly how you want it. That's the best part of being able to do something custom. So
Mhm.
why not do it custom?
Yeah. By the way, we're still getting wrenches. Thanks, Aki.
Hey, Gunners, fall back on the 19. Hey, Gunners, make it green in
No,
there.
no,
Let me
it's
see
good,
some
it's
guns,
good.
Gunners. Let me see some guns in there, Gunners. I love those people so much. They mean the world to me, man. They changed my daughter's life, man. My
Yeah.
daughter's 2 years old.
So
They changed her life. My son is 12. They've changed like how my future's gonna be. They've changed it because I could have went a different route. I could have ended up in prison. I could have been dead, and they saved me. They saved me. I owe them. I owe
That's
them the world.
It's such a big statement. And and listen, for some people that are going to be here watching this, they're going to get it because they're going to be parents, right? But there's going to be some younger dudes here. And having kids is the furthest thing away from their mind. It was the same way with me until I had a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the first year, it's the furthest thing away from your mind until you hear that crying. But
Mm-hmm.
my kids are my everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My wife
God
and my
bless.
kids are my everything. So when you say to somebody, you changed my daughter's life, you changed my kid's life, what you're saying is you did the most important thing in life for me. And I'm
Yeah,
going to do that for you.
Yeah, that's why I have that problem though, my brothers. I have that problem to where I always feel like I owe them more. And I'm
understand.
doing them. I just did a giveaway and we gave away 6 prizes. Fourth place was $500 out of my pocket. I just always feel like I have to step it up with proving that I love them. But they know already. But
Yeah.
again, back to what me and you are obsessed with. We're obsessed with being meticulous. We're obsessed with doing the right thing. So I always feel like I have to do more. Right now, I don't know if you guys are familiar with what we're doing. We created a top 10 list. Naturally aspirated vehicles, power added vehicles. And at the end of the year, There's a first, second, and third prize. I think we're splitting almost like $4,000. I'm paying that out of pocket just to motivate them to go to the track.
Wait, so bring me up to speed. I need to give me the more detail on this. I need to know.
Okay, so I kept breaking records with the AK-47.
Right.
And whoever was running those mutt-ass lists, they weren't putting my name on it because they would let the trolls say that I was cheating or something. How can you cheat if you're an outlaw?
Right.
Or how can you cheat if your fuel was tested and you passed? Or how can you cheat if you put up a number at an event, got your fuel never tested, but they tell you the fuel is bad? Whatever the case may be, I was breaking records. I was number 3 in the world. I was the first 99 millimeter crank, which means a stock Acura TSX crank to go 8 seconds all motor. First, and they wouldn't put me on that list. So excuse my language. I said, fuck y'all list. I'm going to make my own list from my gunners, my followers, the underdogs that don't need to spend $80,000 on an all-motor Honda and is going to be recognized for all their hard work and dedication. So we created 2 lists. The only rule, the cheapest thing you can buy on my website is a sticker. I said the only rule is you have to have a Keep Gunning sticker on your car. You go to the track, you enjoy your life, and if your time slip is fast enough, you get put on the top 10 list. Big shout out to Packer. Big shout out to Kevin that moderate both lists. So now you guys, let's just take one of you. You guys get in your car. It's a Honda Civic with a K-Series motor. You have a small Keep Gunning sticker on the back window. You guys go $11.99. You become first place. December 15th, we give you $1,500 just for going to the track. And that's it in a lump sum.
Yo, Scott,
Hey,
you gonna put a sticker
Aki.
on?
Aki, can we somehow get on this? Can I somehow enrich the list by offering a set of wheels for one set of wheels for both lists?
Ooh.
Yeah. Because we have a first of
You heard it here first.
First of all, I'm beyond grateful you just said that, because that means that you support my people. You support my followers.
Absolutely.
If you want to give 4th place as a prize for the winners of all motor and power adder, that will be a blessing if you can keep your word on that.
Done.
You know?
Done.
That's
we will
it.
do
Say no more.
one set of wheels to each 4th place list. You have 2 lists. Each 4th place.
Yeah.
Right. So we're talking about 2 sets of wheels.
Mm-hmm. One list.
Yeah.
One list is naturally aspirated, which
One
means
is
no
power
power adder, and one is power adder.
Yep.
So there it is, Gunners.
Yeah. 4th place.
Konig Wheels. There it is, 4th place. Now y'all get 3 sets of rims from this company, and this is probably the 3rd time I've ever spoken to them. God bless you guys. Thank you.
No, straight up.
God bless you. Thank you.
That's awesome. That's cool. Listen, the most important thing, I'm going to be totally selfish because I try not, sometimes I make the stuff about us, but not really.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in a way that I spent every waking moment trying to figure out how to build my cars or make my cars faster. That's what I did. When I was growing up, that's what I did. It's all I obsessed about. I was the person that saved every Super Street, every Turbo magazine, every sport compact car. I saved them all. And I used to go back through them because there was no internet. This wasn't the internet. I used to go back through them looking for maybe some trick. I used to climb through the pictures in the magazine looking for something, and that's why, like, one of, Jason Whitfield?
Yeah. He's out in Cali.
Yep. So Jason Whitfield and he's like my lifelong brother, you know what I mean? And, and when I met Jason in person in 2006, I was so taken back by how meticulous he was on his build. He had just at that time started to transition to building some mainstream stuff for some other companies. So at the time, he had just built for GM a Cobalt that ended up going into the low nines. I mean, a Cobalt, you know.
Yeah. Brian Ballard had a Cobalt back in the days in sport front wheel drive. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
so he built this Cobalt, and it was incredible. And I remember seeing something, for the first time that I hadn't really seen, and he was using DOT push line airline
Hmm.
for all his boost and vacuum sources, and I'm like,
That's sick.
wait a minute, why? So then I speak to him because Konig had sponsored him, and I had said, Jason, just walk me through this. I don't understand. Like, why this? Isn't it going to melt? And he's like, no, it doesn't melt. I said, well, he's like, we routed away from obviously headers and stuff, but no, it doesn't melt from, excess heat. I said, so why this? He goes, it will never pop off. It will never
Hmm.
pop off. He goes, it's neat. It's clean. I don't have to worry about hoses blowing off or anything like that. He goes, it's not expensive.
Hmm.
These tips are things that I just knew that when you could see them in person, going to the track, finding these things that could make you faster, make your builds better. These were just great things to be around. I selfishly started to work for a company where I was given the opportunity to continue to support different types of racing in different ways so that racing can continue to have legs.
Mm.
I selfishly, through this company, got the opportunity to find people like me that spent their time buying, selling, trading parts, selling cars, doing things, spending every waking moment with making their girlfriends sit in the garage and watch them work on their car. You know what I mean? I selfishly got into this position where we can help out the little guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
that's
kid,
beautiful.
yeah, it's great. This kid, Evan
Wider.
Wider,
Uh-huh.
he's a grid life racer. He races an EG,
EG, yeah.
and he flat out destroyed this thing at an event 2 years ago. Put it into a wall, destroyed it, totally gone. Had to build a new one. Tried to, no budget. The first thing, we got a phone call and they're like, "Did you see this?" We watched the video of him crashing.
Mm.
Immediately, they said, "Hey, is there anything?" We sent them out his wheels. We're like, "Look, at least take wheels back." And he was on our stuff to begin with. We said, "At least you won't have to buy the wheels again."
Mm.
I didn't ask for anything.
No, that's awesome.
We were in such a good position to help a dude out.
That's beautiful. Yeah,
I don't know, man.
that's different right there. When you could see a man down and you can help him get back up, that's worth more than money.
I
Honestly.
agree.
Yeah, because even if you did give him the money, just to see that feeling, that sense of joy that they got from you gifting them something, it's better than money.
Listen, I sometimes gift myself.
Yeah.
I like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes I get so hyped up about what we're doing,
Hmm.
I change up the wheels.
So question, Aki, what? Because I see this coming up a lot. What does NFL mean?
Oh, NFL stands for never forget loyalty.
Oh.
So we have this pack. It's tatted on me. It's right here. So I always look at it every now and then, and there's an AK-47 on top of it. So I never want to forget who I'm loyal to. So that's why we have that. That's why they said that about your story just now. That's why they posted NFL. Never
Oh,
forget,
shoot.
never forget loyalty. So
Yeah.
they, yeah, I just never want to forget who I'm loyal to. I don't want to make anyone else happy. If you're listening to this podcast and you're like, yo, this kid either rubs me the right way or the wrong way, pause. Um, I know that he's loyal to his people.
Yeah.
So that's it. I just want to make gunners happy. Everybody else, I really don't care what happens to them.
So this is another thing. So pause is a New York thing, isn't it? right? No one
Yeah,
around,
pause.
no one else says that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Pause. It's fun. You know,
We like doing it here too. So
yeah, it's just fun. You know, it's like like
if you ever say like if you ever use the word long or big, you gotta say pause.
yeah, like it just makes conversations more intriguing. Like you'll I now check this out. We're talking. Imagine when you just told the story and you was like, yeah, we seen him crash and we thought like, we'll get on our knees to help you, buddy. If he would have said if he would have said pause, it'd be like, hold on, what? Why pause? Oh, you know what? Forget it. Forget it. You know?
So, just for the record, because I feel like at this point it's important, I never said anything about getting on my knees.
No, you never did. No,
I mean, listen, I don't want to go too far into it. I'm just saying.
no, you never did. I just, it's probably a bad example, but you
No,
get
it's a
the
good
idea.
example.
No. We're joking.
It's
Yeah,
a good
he's
example. It
joking.
just
Yeah.
didn't happen.
No, just a good thing.
He's
didn't
trying to
happen.
cover
Pause.
he's trying to cover himself.
I just a blanket
Yeah.
statement. I just felt it was necessary for the time.
Yeah, nah, it's like it's just fun. You just say pause and that's it. Yeah. We're not homophobic or nothing.
No.
We don't have nothing against
Nope.
anyone like that. Let's just pause.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah.
I love, and listen, I'm going to throw it out there, and there's going to be a lot of people from there. I love how New York your content is.
Oh yeah.
Because it makes me feel
There's
good.
nothing like it though. There's
What?
nothing like that. Like what
No,
he's doing.
Well, even if there was, my point is that, like, when I travel around,
Yeah.
right? When
Yeah.
when I leave and I have to travel, the fact that sometimes I'll just put on your content on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
I'll watch some things. I'll download some things so I can just absorb. Like, it makes me feel good. You know what I mean? It's uplifting
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I try to have that like enthusiasm. I try to have that joy in the camera. This is all new. I just learned how to edit a year ago.
Yeah.
I just learned how to edit. My buddy came here, showed me in 10 minutes. I was like, all right, so I put clip 001 next to clip 002 and then just find where to end where I said something in 001. All right, got it. And then I just learned how to rotate a clip. Yesterday I had to like YouTube it. But you know what I love, I got to show my channel love. I got to. I probably got the most I got the best channel on YouTube as far as automotive car building type of stuff. Because I teach as I go. Whatever I learn, I teach. So I learned a lot of things off of Trappy. He's like my partner here.
Yeah.
And we just gel so well together. Pause. He's on one side. You see?
No, I'm reading.
You see?
Listen, you'll love this comment.
Yeah.
He says, Konig's gonna come out with a set of wheels called the Pause.
The pause. There you go. Gunners will buy it. Make sure they look good. Yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, me and Trap, we in here, man. We just gel so well. Pause. He's on one side of the shop. I'm on one side of the shop. I got my task. He's got his task.
Yeah.
And we just educate. It's a beautiful thing when someone messages you or comments in a YouTube comment or comments on an IG post and says, I just did my first swap ever. Thank you for everything.
Yeah.
That's better than money because we've taken a camera that costs what, $700-800? We've used it for years and it's changed so many lives because people built the confidence to do their own cams, to time their own motor, to install their own suspension, to wire up their own VTEC, whatever it is. We gave people that confidence. The channel, I'm telling you, the channel one day is going to fall into a YouTube algorithm and it's going to go to 1 million subscribers. Because there's so much great content, there's so much educational stuff. But I love to teach people to believe in themselves. What do you mean you don't know how to change your clutch and torque down the pressure plate. I just showed you, asshole. Wake up. And they're like, oh yeah, thanks, man. I got it. You know what I mean? Like we show what tools we use. We show what part numbers we use. We show what torque settings we use. We show everything about every car that we build on this channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the educational point of it, and so much of the content that we push out is not super exciting. We put out. I'm going to say this. I'm going to be bold.
Yeah.
We put out more educational wheel-related content, factual wheel stuff that nobody wants to put out or talk about. We put out more of it than any wheel company, period.
And to be fair, I could see that, sometimes it could be boring, but it's out there, for you to learn.
Yeah.
It's boring
100%,
until the one time you want to know what it is.
That's what
and
I meant
you
to say.
Google it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And
your
something
video
actually comes up.
Yep. Absolutely. I agree with you guys 100%. Not naming a competitor, not naming any competitors here.
Nope.
But I've never seen another wheel company interact with their customers like you guys do.
I appreciate that, because
You're not,
spend a lot of time to do it.
Fact check it.
100%.
Anybody out there in the comments, go ahead and fact check your favorite wheel company and see if they're telling you about the design of the wheel, the width you should get, the tire you should get, whatever else.
Yep.
Just go fact check it, right? You can't say anything on the internet anymore because everyone has receipts. Everyone's got a receipt, right?
Yep.
So now Ghost Boy Aki, when he did the podcast with Konig Wheels, he said A, B, C, D. You know what? I want to shut this big mouth up. Let me go do some research. Holy shit, he was right.
Yeah.
It's so good though, because we put out a good amount of content, and we randomly get the messages. And because you know how much time it takes to do this. I mean, we have real jobs, you know what I mean? It's not like this is not our this is our job, right?
Yeah,
Today's day and age, this is our job. But this is not because we have to. We wanted to do this, and we put this stuff out there, and we spent a lot of time to make sure we answer as many comments and questions and DMs back, emails, etc. And honestly, the only payment that is sometimes we get those emails and they're like, yo, thank you so much, I couldn't find the answer, or this was going wrong, you guys saved me with this. And I think that there's a lot of value there for us just to be able to put that stuff out. And I'll be honest with you, we do these live streams, and sometimes people ask us about competitor brands. Now, I can't speak on ones I don't have any exposure to, but we've said it plenty of times. Listen, we have no enemies. We don't look at anybody else, and that's not our focus. So if you think this wheel is good and you do your research, go get it if you like that. People ask us about other brands that we do have some knowledge on, and we're like, they're good stuff. They ask us how it compares. Well, we can give you some of that, but at the end of the day, you can't make a wrong choice. All the attributes for each one are on the internet, on both websites. Look what works for you the best. Which one do you like? Spend your money there. No hate, no shade.
No.
We don't have we never look at ourselves as having competitors. Not because other people don't have to make a choice between our stuff and their stuff, but because we're all in this together.
Yeah.
Plus, everybody's gonna change their wheels 100 times.
Yeah. Right.
Maybe now we don't work for you. Maybe you don't like what you have for your car now. Maybe you will later.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
So, listen. I know you
can I
have
use-
a lot of
can I-
stuff to
can-
do. Go ahead.
Hold on. Can I just use the bathroom for 2 seconds?
Yeah, we can
All right,
keep
give
them
me a second.
entertained.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Yeah. Well, so while we're going, when Aki gets back, I wanna, before we get out of here, I wanna talk about the the giveaway.
Okay.
I want to bring it up. I want him to speak about it for a moment. I want to talk about the plans for the car. And all right, Alex, we're good still. And I also want to make sure that we get the segue out the right way. I want to talk about the plans for the project that we're
I'm back, boys. Thank you.
Excellent, excellent.
Sorry about that.
And congratulations on the ultra quick.
Yeah,
pit
that
stop.
was a fast whiz. Pause. There
Oh
we go.
yeah. I pushed. Pause. I pushed. Pause.
Before we get out of here, I want to talk about the giveaway. Let's just allude to it.
Yeah.
Can we? I want you to tell them about the giveaway. I want everybody to know.
You got it. I'll tell you guys a surprise real quick. We put the wheels on. They look amazing. We got the tires on them, obviously, and everything looks great. We're gonna set up ride height in a couple of days, and we'll be revealing the rims by next week.
That's great.
They're beautiful rims. I didn't tell anyone which style we got, but guys, exceptional work. Exceptional.
Excellent.
Yeah, the machining on the front lip is second to none. Very light wheel is exactly what we're looking for, and you guys did an awesome job.
And for the out of the 100, the 10% of Konig people that are in here, go give Aki some love on his page as well, man. You know,
every single one of these people here right now.
Everyone's a gunner.
His channel.
Yeah. But for the 10% that's here with us, you know what I mean? Go show Aki some love, man. The dude is throwing up some awesome content. If you don't know, he's got that RX-8 that he's giving away. So that's what he's talking about right now.
Yeah.
Oh, and we're showing some footage of it right now too that we got from his channel. So
sweet, beautiful.
Yeah, man.
I can't wait for this car to come to life. I think K-swaps are as much as they're getting so much love. I think K-swaps are probably one of the most underrated engine swaps. Period. You know what I mean? Like you could put
It's the greatest.
Miatas.
It's the greatest. It's the greatest 4-cylinder ever made.
Yep.
Ever. Bottom line, there's no better 4-cylinder that's ever been developed. It's unbelievable how you can take a stock motor, put a small turbo on it, and make 700 horsepower.
Yep.
It's unbelievable. So, I mean, Project Driver's outside. That's my other car. That's a car that I built just to teach people how to drive. And we've got driving tutorials at the track with that car on my channel.
I like that
car. Yeah, I love it. I love this car. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to the movement. You know, I've been offered almost 20 grand for this car. It's a simple setup, 300 horsepower setup.
But it's clean.
And it's very clean. I got it from North Carolina from a buddy of Mike, my buddy Mike down there, and he didn't even charge me for the shell. It was just like, "Yo, take it, and I believe in you. Do what you got to do. I know you're gonna do miracles with this car." And his Project Driver is a 1994 Honda Civic. Project Driver is the most beneficial Honda in the history of Honda racing.
I love it.
Period. It showed you how to prep it. It showed you how to build it, how to install it. Then it showed you how to drive it. Regular in the street driving. Then it showed you how to get a good reaction time at the tree. It showed you how to flat shift. It showed you how to power shift. It showed you all of that. There's no other Honda that anyone has ever built. There's over 50 gunners that have driven this car. Anytime a gunner comes around, goes, "Can I please take it for a ride?" Brother, the key is inside. Go have fun.
Man,
I left this car with a gunner that I just met when I went to Vegas a few months ago. He took the car for about 5 days and had a blast.
That's some next level type things there.
NFL, never forget it. And they know I'm loyal to them. They're loyal to me.
Yeah.
The Mazda RX-8. Let's jump into that real quick.
Definitely.
2004 Mazda RX-8 base model. picked it up from Long Island. That's a real funny story, right? Picked it up from Long Island, brought it here. We tried to blow up the rotary motor. It withstood. We gave the entire swap to another gunner that had a blown up RX-8, so we saved them a whole bunch of money. We gave it to him for free. Took a K-Series motor, linked up with Collins adapters. They made us an adapter kit and a motor mount kit. And everyone else that's involved, Action Clutch, Tri-State Motorsports, Konig, Spoon, Jamie Marsh, everyone that's involved with this car. And I'm sorry if I'm missing anyone. 4-piston, they built a short block. Everyone involved with this car, thank you so much, because you've just helped us create probably the greatest Mazda RX-8 ever, period. It's got detail, it's got substance, it's got attitude. It's going to look unbelievable when it's done because the plans are right here. And that's it. We're building it up. We turned it on yesterday. We vlogged it. We showed the world. Now we go into the fine details. We'll put the rims on. We'll adjust ride height. We'll pick out the paint color. And then it goes from there.
Yeah. I love it. I can't wait. I can't wait to see this car
And
finished up.
because I'm sure you don't have a date yet. Is there like, well, how do you enter and when do you
Okay,
think-
so there's a huge difference. I'm the only one in the world that does giveaways like this, okay? I do packages, and inside a package you get 2 to 3 to 4 items, right? You get a one-off hat, one-off t-shirt, one-off sticker, one-off lanyard, whatever it is, right? You pay me $60. You get your merchandise. Inside each bag is a free ticket to enter a giveaway to win this car. We just gave away a 1,300 horsepower B series motor.
Yeah.
Brand new valve cover to oil pan, $20,000 motor. Is it lucrative? 200%. Do I share the wealth? 300%. And my gunners can attest to that. And we don't charge anyone for delivering it. We deliver it. Kobe was the last giveaway car. We delivered it to Newton, North Carolina in person and had a car meet with the winner.
We're actually showing a
So-
video of you on that trip.
Yeah, I that was one of the best times of my life, man. We changed Jeff's life so much. Everything just started going good for him. He was getting recognition. He was getting he was getting noticed. He was winning trophies. He's coming home to his mom and dad and say, "Mom, Dad, I won first place again." He won 2 times in a row. He's been to 2 car. He's been to 2 car shows and has won best of show 2 times in a row.
Man.
Kobe. It's an EK that we built in dedication to Kobe and his daughter because Kobe's my hero.
That was the Super Street feature.
That was the Super Street feature. Yes, we took that photo with Kobe and Gigi on the wall in Chinatown. They made a mural for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's basically how you enter. We come up with a draw date. And we always so we don't do our giveaways also. What's real important, gentlemen, we don't run our giveaways for 3 months. We run our giveaways based on the substance of the vehicle. This is a Mazda RX-8. So it's going to be what? An 8-day giveaway. You have 8 days to enter a chance to win this car, and obviously Konig Wheels, they're a part of the giveaway. They're going to give away we're going to see what place we put them in.
That's right.
And we're going to give away multiple prizes. And if you're lucky, you don't pay for anything. We deliver everything to your house. If you win the wheels, we are going to drop ship them right to your crib. Done. And that's how Keep Gunning giveaways work.
So good. How good does it feel to give away a car? Like, I mean, I've given gifts, maybe even sizable gifts, right?
Yeah.
My wife, kid, maybe you hook somebody up, but giving somebody a car when you're a car guy, that's like a life-changing gift.
It is. So when I hugged Jeff when we got to North Carolina, I felt his whole body just shivering because he was so nervous. He's like, I don't know if he didn't sleep the night before he told us. And his
Yeah,
mom,
I
and,
wouldn't
and
be able to sleep.
the only thing we ask for the winners to do when we deliver the vehicles is to have food ready because we'll be starving from driving. So his mom, oh my God, God bless his mom, God bless his father. They had like a 9-course Mexican food spread for us. It was unbelievable.
Hey.
It was made with love, guys. I wish you were there.
Oh.
It was made with like emphasized love.
What'd you
The
have?
refresh. Oh,
Fajitas,
we had tortillas.
tortillas,
We had carne asada. We had
huepa.
soup. We had everything, gentlemen, and cold drinks and a smile on everyone's face. Just so happy that we're eating and sharing a meal with them.
Yeah.
It's telling you, I'm living a dream, man. I'm the luckiest kid on earth right now. I don't believe this is true how my life is going, but I'd like to thank you, God, so much. Thank you, God, for everything that you've given me. Thank you so much, God.
Well, listen, I wish you and your, I don't want to call them followers. It's not the right word. I wish
My
you and your
gunners.
family.
Yeah.
I wish you all the best, and it's been a pleasure being able to hang out with you for this past hour and change, and
Yeah.
really get to talk to you because look, I mean, it's a podcast, but I will tell you that this is, it's nice having genuine conversation. I've spoken to you before. I know that this is how you are,
Mhm.
and it's good because we don't always get to have that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
Absolutely.
and there's another thing I've gotten from your content that made me realize how in sync we are. I'm very serious about one thing that I believe you're also very serious about.
Does it start with P?
It does.
Let's hear it, because I think
Listen,
pause. If
I
it
know, but
starts
it's
with
not
P.
that. It's not that.
Yeah, I know. I
It's
think I
not
know
that
what it
though.
is. Go ahead.
Listen,
Go ahead. Please.
I see the
Please,
comments. Don't gear up on
Please.
me. It's not that.
Please. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm a pizza head. It's so important.
Yeah, I
Bro,
love you,
the
man.
the best pizza is from Long Island. I've said it.
Let's not. I don't want to do
101
that. I don't want to
Yeah.
do that. I don't want to do that.
Okay.
That's throwing shots. I'm not looking to
Ooh.
throw shots. I'm telling you that no matter where I am in the world, I need to go
You
try what they say is the best pizza.
I love it. I love it. I've traveled for pizza, brother. You
I
know that?
understand. Me too.
I went to
Me too.
Chicago. I went to Cali, and I came to the realization that DeFara's in Brooklyn is the best pizza you'll ever have.
Okay. All right. All right.
DeFara's in Brooklyn,
Now,
and I'll pay anybody that's watching right now. I'll pay you back for the pie if it isn't number one.
now let me say this though. And I say this from a very serious pizza place.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
I find that you have to acknowledge that pizza is not all created equal. It wasn't all meant to be put on the same scale.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's Neapolitan pizza, there's
Mhm.
Chicago deep dish pizza, there's Chicago thin crust pizza. There's
Mhm.
Long Island pizza. When I say that, New York pizza, I'm going to even throw Northern Jersey into that loop. They do it well too.
Mhm.
There's New England pizza. Now, if you're not from New England and you don't know what I'm talking about, Don Pepe's up there. There's different types of pizza in New England. It has an incredible story that comes along to it, but you have to try this pizza to understand and appreciate that every region has its own jam. You know what I mean? And Neapolitan pizza is the perfect example. You can't put that next to a regular New York pizza.
No.
Mm-mm.
Not the same.
No way.
But it's
No.
good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This is
What do you
I
guys
say.
look? You know what? What do you guys look for in a pizza?
Mm.
Like what is it like when you bite? What is the first taste bud you want to taste? Pause.
Thank you for
I
throwing
already
the
know.
pause in there.
I got you. I already know what I'm gonna say.
The first taste bust thing. It's the crust. It's the bottom of the pizza.
Yes.
Mhm.
it
It
needs
can't be
to
burnt though. For me, it can't be burnt.
I understand. I can deal with a little bit of toastage.
I see what you're saying. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I don't want it to. It can't be limp. Pause. Sorry, I threw it in there. It can't. You don't want to pick the thing up and it's flopping all around. You know,
Yes,
like
yes.
it's gotta.
Mhm.
It's gotta have some substance
Now,
to it.
I don't know if you guys are gonna hate me for this because you guys, I have to have a little bit of like tangy taste to it. Does that make any sense? to
Nice.
You know what I'm talking
I
about,
know
right?
it's-
No,
yeah.
that's
Yeah. So you want to taste like the chili flakes in it, right?
Yes, that's exactly it.
Got you,
Okay.
boss. I wait to
Hmm.
taste the basil.
Mm.
I gotta taste how fresh the basil is. Is it incorporated into the sauce, or are they cutting the basil on top of the pie and you're eating the basil?
Oh, he knows what he's talking
Fr-
about.
you know what? I like.
Yeah.
I that's what I wait to look for.
Yeah.
Consistency in the sauce also. But and
Mm.
buffalo mozzarella. It's got to be used as the cheese too.
That's
Ooh.
interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
Maybe we
that-
could maybe we could do a pizza tour in Long Island one day with you guys.
Oh, we have
Listen,
to do it.
I'll
will-
bring my camera.
Yes.
New Hyde
Yeah,
Park.
that'd be great.
That's where I'm telling you where
He's
a
from.
couple
He
spots.
lives near that. It's not fair. Like this place.
Right,
It's a
right.
big place, man.
All right, you're right. You're right.
That's like saying what's the best pizza in Brooklyn. Everybody's gonna tell you, oh, LA.
Yeah.
Listen, there's
Yeah.
there's like 8-10 spots I've eaten at, and maybe they're not the same, but they're good.
and
So
I'm
pick
just
your
gonna-
number one right now.
Oh.
Everybody pick your
Oh.
number one right now and stand
Pizza
on it like
spot?
you're.
I
Pick your
can't.
number.
I don't think I can do that.
You gotta pick
Oh,
one pizza. All right. So what's the one pizza place you would go to for the rest of your life? Go ahead.
Umberto's in New Hyde Park. Best.
What is it called?
Umberto's.
So-
Umberto's.
Yep, Umberto's.
There's no
Okay.
rules to this, right?
Pick
Like-
the pizza you'll eat for the rest of your life, brother.
Okay.
Make it simple.
All right.
Okay.
There's a place by me, Uncle Joe's. I'll tell you why, though.
Okay.
I have to give it an explanation.
Go ahead.
Shout out to Uncle Joe's.
I've been there since I've been a little kid. I walk in the door, and Tony says,
There's always a Tony.
"Yeah,
There's
but
always
Tony, Tony is Uncle Joe's nephew. There's really
There's
an
always
Uncle
a
Joe.
Joey and a Tony. Yeah.
Uncle Joe straight off the boat.
Everybody knows. a
Been
Tony.
like that first since ever. I walk in, I know I'm giving my money to this family.
That's awesome.
I eat the pizza. They know what's going on. We make the same small talk every single time. How's the family? How
Yeah,
the kids?
yeah.
Oh, they're doing good. How about you? You know what I mean? I leave there, and the pizza may not be the best pizza I've ever had in my life. It's good pizza,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mhm.
I leave there feeling with this complete nature. I take my pizza.
Mhm.
That's a New York thing, man.
I know.
That's
I'm
a-
just
that's
saying.
a-
Yeah.
Everybody has that spot.
I know.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I go to Umberto's because it's the same feeling. Realistically, let's just put it like this: New York pizza, I don't care, is the best pizza. You know why? I know
Number
this?
one.
Because every time you go somewhere out of the state, there's the every place is called New York Pizza.
Yep.
Like they have a
And I don't-
restaurant.
I-
It's like the
I-
best pizzas from New York Pizza. That's the name of the
I
restaurant.
don't know who gave that dude the right to call from Barstool the right to call Connecticut the capital of pizza. That guy don't know shit. Get out of here with that. Get out of here. There's no place that can listen. I've been to Sally's. I've been to Frank Pepe's over there.
Yep.
There's nothing that compares to
Frank
L&B's.
Pepe's,
There's
not
nothing
Don
that
Pepe's.
Frank Pepe's. There's
Yeah.
nothing that can. Oh, I said it wrong.
No,
No,
I
he
said
said
it
it
wrong.
wrong.
There's nothing that compares to L&B's, Roberta's,
I
best
understand.
pizza in Williams. Best. You guys ever had best pizza in
Yes.
Williamsburg?
Yes. I love
the
him.
with the sesame seed
Yes.
crust. Come on, man.
Listen.
We know pizza, man.
Wait,
we know,
so
forget
did,
about
did
it.
he say?
Forget
which-
about it. Forget about
Did you
it.
say which one is your favorite, Aki?
My number
one?
would be DeForest.
Okay. Yeah, he did say
The
that. He,
far-
said, he
did.
started
Number-
off with that.
I'll live and die by it because that's what started the search for searching. That's what started the voyage for searching the best pizza possible.
Mm.
We went to Chicago, we went to Florida, we went to Connecticut, we went to California, and nothing compares to Brooklyn pizza.
Have
I
you
don't know what it
seen-
is about over there.
Have you seen the show that they did?
That's delicious.
Munchies.
Yeah, F that's delicious. Yeah,
No,
Munchies.
that's
Yep.
Action Bronson, and he's my boy.
Yeah.
We talk about him all
Yeah.
the time.
That's
He's
awesome.
he's a hero. He's a hero to
Yeah.
me. But yo, straight up the pizza show.
Munchies. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
it is.
They go around with the owner of Best
Frank.
Pizza.
Yeah,
Yeah, Frank. Yep. He
Yo,
goes
listen,
around and he tries.
they have to that show. Like I watched it for 2 seasons. 3. I think it's 2 seasons. I don't know where it went, but they got to bring him back. It's the best
Yeah.
damn show ever.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely a great food guy too, because the
Oh, yeah.
guy knows what's that real special place in Brooklyn? I think they only open up at 4.
Yeah, you're talking
Lucali's?
about that's the
Lucali?
Neapolitan dude.
That's the Lucali, right?
Yeah,
I think his
Lucali.
name?
That's it.
I gotta
Jeez, you
try
guys
that
really
pizza.
know
Yeah.
your pizza?
I
And I'm sitting
gotta
here like,
try
what?
that.
Yo, honestly, I gotta come out and we gotta both try it together because I've been saying
Absolutely.
forever.
Yeah.
This dude, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to go watch Munchies the episode because this dude has a special machine to knead the dough. This is a next level thing.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
okay. So now this is the last thing I want to do before we leave because I had to do it, Akib, because I saw it in an episode, and we need to do it because I'm a New Yorker. Top 5, dead or alive. Top 5 rappers. Have to do it, and then we'll end it.
Dead or alive?
Okay.
Top 5
Dead
Top
or
5,
alive.
dead or
New
alive.
York?
Period.
Period. All right. Because I love music. I'm obsessed with music.
Yeah,
Jay-Z is number 1.
has to be.
See?
The reason, and I'll give a small example why he's number 1. He's blended in with every generation and has been on top of it. When it was Lexus era, he was number 1. When it was Bentley era, he was number 1. When it was Bugatti era, he was number 1. So Jay-Z is number 1. Jay-Z, I'm gonna go number 2 is gonna be Biggie. Number 2 is Biggie. I'm gonna go number 3. Number 3, it's got to be Tupac. Number 4, Nas. Number 5, wow, I can't believe I put him at 5. And he's got me blocked too on social media. He's got me blocked. Cameron,
Ooh.
because
Okay.
I love Cameron's first 3 albums were at the right moment of my life. They were perfect.
Okay. That's a good
Yeah.
list. That's a top 5 list. What you got, Scott? Because I'm gonna go last.
I don't know
I'm
because
gonna
I feel
create
like
a
this
buzz up
is
in here.
this is a really tough because there's such a scale here.
Okay.
Mm.
Like we didn't say you said the top 5 rappers ever.
Yeah.
Well,
Dead
but,
or
like,
alive.
Yeah, but like you know how tough that is? Like think about it like this. Like we're not talking about best wordplay. We're talking about best rappers
See,
ever.
this is where his OCD comes in because he
Yeah,
can't,
yeah.
You know what I mean? You see that, right?
He
Very
did the
meticulous.
same. He did the same thing with pizza.
yeah.
He did. He couldn't
Yeah.
choose because he just,
Yeah.
he needs to.
All right.
Just make it.
So-
just make it simple. Man.
All right. We have to put Jay-Z up there. That's just how it's going to live,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
I think Biggie, especially if you're talking about from the battle rappers,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna throw one up there because all right, it's a little recent, and
Okay.
but I do think for
Oh, I know who he's gonna say.
I'm gonna put DMX up in there, and for its own reasons that may not fall
He's a
into this
legend.
list.
He's a legend.
Okay.
I
Okay.
feel like if I don't put Big L on this list, it's not fair to
Wow.
put Jay-Z on there.
That's a big one.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Wait,
Okay.
how
I
many
like
you have
that.
there?
4.
That's
Oh, one
4.
more. Last
That's
one.
4.
Who's your last one?
Oh, I'm gonna throw it out there. I think you have to put Eminem on this list.
Yeah, I could see that.
Wow. You gonna put Eminem past Tupac and Nas?
Well,
That's
so here's my
great.
thing. Here's my thing. When you talk about the top 5, I think about it in a different scope. Because, all right, let's put it like this. Jay-Z is an incredible rapper. He's an incredible battle rapper. He's an incredible wordplay. I mean, the dude can write raps in his head and never write anything down. I mean, he's magical. Business-wise, magical. But the reason
Mogul,
you put him
yeah.
on the top of that list wasn't because of his rap skills alone. You put him there because he changed an entire way that hip hop was viewed. He
did.
helped to bring it mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
A little dark too. He was a little dark.
Absolutely.
But M did the same thing.
Yeah.
Think about it like this. Before Eminem, how many white people, how many Jewish people, you know? Like, I mean, listen, I'm just saying, like,
this is real. This is
how
real
many other
conversation.
cultures
Yeah, you're
were
right.
Asian people? You know, like, think about Jin was, like, the
Yeah.
only person that was... I'm just saying, I think when you start to put them up there...
I get it.
And I love Nas. And Tupac, I think I have every album.
Top 10 for you, right? We'll say.
But
probably.
I just think when you say five, if you said like, you know, impactful in the '90s, if you said could have been this, I don't know. Anyhow, we're having a conversation that could get way deeper than it needs to.
Yeah.
be. Your
Let's
turn.
hear my
I'm
boy.
turn.
Yeah.
I'll make it quick.
Yeah.
Cause see, when we're talking top 5, we're talking individually our top 5, right? Not the world's top 5.
I don't know, man. You posed the question. You got to
All
tell
right,
us.
so
I
this
guess.
is
I wish you would have
okay,
told us
so
before
this
we
is
went.
individual top 5s. So for me, Rakim is number 1.
Nice, great.
All right.
But number one though.
Yes, just because he changed the game lyrically, he changed the game. He actually did storytelling type of rapping. One of the first to ever do it with Big Daddy Kane. That's number 1 for me. Number 2, Biggie. Obviously,
Yeah,
it's just you
well,
just have to put him up there, because you know. Then number 3 for me now. All right, don't you know? It's got to be Jadakiss.
Nice. Hometown. Yeah.
Jadakiss. Number 4, I would say SP, the Ghost, for me.
Wow.
That's for
Okay.
me though. See, the
All
thing
right,
is, I'm a
yeah.
big Locks person.
I didn't
I
hate
like
you.
the
Nah,
Locks.
yeah.
When the Locks
Yeah.
came out, D Block, I was a big fan of that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And then, lastly, obviously Nas, just because Nas
Wow.
to me, you know. But if you can kind of see the pattern of people I listen to,
I get what you
You
mean.
know,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's. I think they changed the game for me as a kid. I think they changed the game for a lot of people.
Mhm.
I wasn't really a big Jay-Z fan. I don't know why. I just wasn't. You know, I mean, he's a good mogul. I think he's done a great music, but for me, I think those are my 5.
Hey, listen to Jay-Z Blueprint 1 lyrical exercise.
Yeah.
Listen to that and then just understand how he needs to be in your top 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's lyrical
give it a
exercise
proper
by
listen.
Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
All right.
Yeah.
And,
Man, thank you guys so much,
listen,
man.
thank you
Thank
for
you,
doing
man.
this.
Thank
I
you for
really
being here.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
And
love,
much
love
love
and loyalty. I
to the whole
appreciate you.
Gunner Nation out there. You know what I mean? Like I appreciate them
yeah.
coming through so strong, and
Yeah.
and giving us their time.
Yeah, they show out, man. They show a lot of love, a lot of support. Thank you guys so much for joining my movement. Thank you for helping me out with the RXK. Thank you for helping me out with the Gunner list too.
Yeah.
I just can't thank you guys enough for believing in me. You know, giving me the opportunity to join into like a partnership with you gentlemen. And this won't be the last of us. You know, we'll always keep a great relationship. Hopefully, we can catch some pizza soon together.
Yeah,
too.
listen, I'm down for it. Let's we'll make an outing out of it. But I super appreciate you know, all the time and the fact that you've let us kind of come into, you know, just hang out with the fam. I appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Thank you, guys. Man.
Guys,
Appreciate you.
listen, take care and say hello to all our friends there for us because, you know, we like the squad. And I don't know, we'll catch up with you soon.
Love. Keep
Have a
going.
good one, Aki.
All right, brother.
Yeah.
Man, I'll tell you, I mean, I know we went longer than we probably usually do, right? Yeah, we definitely did. Okay. Anyhow, listen, everybody who's with us still, I can't thank you enough for hanging out with us this long and for allowing us to come into your family. Straight up. Like I don't say that lightly. I know that you guys are like you know, we have no ulterior motive here. We're not making a play to get you to buy anything. That's 100% the truth. But, you know, listen, New York, first off, we sport New York, and we sport New York people. We sport motorsports.
Yep.
And it's really important to us to find people that do the same. And when we saw what Aki was doing, it straight up, it just made us feel at home. So
Agreed.
So that's it.
Yeah.
No ulterior motive. Anyhow, for everybody else, if you've been listening this long, thank you very much. We appreciate you subscribing to the channel. In addition to that, we put out a piece of content every Friday, and we do our podcast every Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern, live on YouTube. In addition to that, we go live to do all Q&A on Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern, Instagram and Facebook. Come join us there. Hang out. I don't know. Bring some popcorn. Never know. Anyhow, we'll catch you next week. What? You want to do it?
Wait, and if you haven't, give us a like and subscribe. Just because I got to do it again one more time.
All right.
Keep gunning. Have a good one, guys. Peace.
Guys, take care.